going to show you how to solve the problem J, right? See that it says it's J and the variable is J, so this is equation J. I will not be doing equation J for you, but I will be doing this problem that is super-duper similar to J, okay? Makes you feel better. You can make it even look more like J. Whoops. 16y, just making sure. Cool, right? So it looks exactly the same. A number outside the parenthesis, equal a variable. Number outside the parenthesis, a parenthesis, equaling a variable. So here we go. First thing I need to do is to distribute the -4 to the 6y and to 10. And I did link something here on J. See this link right here? This is a link. Anything blue that's underlined is a link. If you click on this link, it sends you to a YouTube video that shows you how to distribute. So if you are still confused after you watch my video, maybe look at their video to help you with the distributing, okay? Cool. But distribute just means you need to share or pass out this guy to everybody inside, okay? So what that looks like is -4 times 6y. There I am sharing it with 6y. Now I'm going to share it with 10. And the reason I put it in parentheses over here is because it's negative and I don't want those two signs to get crazy. So I try to put my negative numbers in parentheses to help it look nicer. Cool, so there I did. I shared the -4, I distributed the -4 to everything inside my parentheses. And now I'm just going to do the multiplication. Do the multiplication. Notice I'm typing what I'm doing, and then I'm going to do it. That way I don't get confused. So I'm going to do the multiplication. So -4 times 6y is -24y's. And then -4 times 10 is -40. I got this plus sign because there was a plus sign there. There's a negative sign here because this answer of this multiplication problem was negative. Okay? I didn't do anything over here, so I'm just going to leave it. Now I'm going to clean up my signs a little bit. Simplify the signs because I don't like how there's a positive and a negative sign next to each other, so I'm just going to tighten that up. Okay, so this was step 1. Let's keep this organized. This was step 2. And now I'm going to be doing step 3, which I'm just going to simplify these signs. So -24y, adding a negative is the same as just subtracting money. If you're adding debt to yourself, you're losing money. So it's just subtraction. Recall this from one of our first books. That equals 16y. Cool. Now this should look like a simple 2-step equation, right? I got y's over here. I need to get my y's over here to play with these y's. So these are kind of like your pouches, right? So I have 16 pouches over here and -24 pouches over here. So I need to get all my pouches together to figure out overall how many pouches do I have. So since this 24 is negative, how I get rid of it and have it appear over here is by adding it. So I'm going to add 24 y's on both sides. And that's what this would look like, right? I'd do plus 24y plus 24y, and that would give me -40 over here. Notice I still need to keep this sign. Nothing happened with that sign, so I still need to make sure I include it. It didn't go anywhere. And then I add these two things together, which is, what, 40? Well, that's an easy answer. Cool. So I added 40 on both sides. Cool. So now that I have a number equaling a variable term, right? These are like I have -40 coins on this side, and I have 40 pouches on this side. So I don't want to know how many coins are in 40 pouches. I want to know how many coins are in one pouch. So now I need to split up these -40 coins evenly into 40 pouches, right? So how do I do that? Well, I'm going to divide each side by 40. do that. I'm going to tell myself that that's what I'm going to do. Divide both sides by 40, right? So 40 and divide by 40, and then I get, well, negative 40 divided by 40 is negative 1, and 40 and 40 leaves me just with one y, or one pouch, so y equals negative 1. So do make sure you write your steps, and your steps are just telling yourself what you are going to do. Did you distribute? Did you multiply? Did you add? Did you subtract? And what did you add? What did you subtract? And where did you do it? Okay, so don't let the steps confuse you. You're just writing down what you did. It would be basic. It's fine. To check, you just start by your original equation, and then everywhere you see the variable, you're going to put in your answer, negative 1. So instead of y, negative 1. Instead of y, negative 1. And then I do PEMDAS. So first I'm going to figure out this parenthesis situation, right? So I'm not going to do anything with negative 4. I got to figure out what's inside the parenthesis. So 6 times negative 1 is negative 6 plus 10 equals 16 times negative 1. I only do one thing at a time. I suggest to do that, but you know, you do you. Then I do the rest of my inside my parentheses, so negative 6 plus 10. So I have $6 of debt, and then someone gave me $10. That means I now have $4. Yay! Cool. Now all I have is multiplication on either side. So I'm going to do both those multiplications at the same time. So negative 4 times 4, negative 16. And 16 times negative 1 is negative 16. So because negative 16 equals negative 17, or 16, so because negative 16 equals negative 16, right? Both sides are the same. Then negative 1 must be the solution. I hope this helped. If it did not, please email me back and say you need a new video. All right, kiddos, peace out. Miss y'all. Hope you're all staying safe. Make good choices.